Hello there. Yeah, I was wondering whether I should make this particular video. I wasn't sure whether it's just over dramatization sort of thing, but essentially this format, this media being on stage is anyway an over dramatization of itself. You can't avoid that. And so I thought I'd just come out and share my thoughts, my feelings and my thoughts more than anything. And that about the recent news about John Harris. John Harris passed away a few days ago, and yeah, I just wanted to smoke a little pipe and just have a quick think of John. I think the thing I wanted to say, really, the thing I wanted to get the point to is that I heard about the news about John, and I had a look at the website. I can't remember what it's called, tucp.org, I think. And there's an interview on there, the last interview I was listening to, John talking about the things that he'd considered that he'd done wrong, about getting up on stage and saying so many things that he claimed to be the truth, which were not his things to decide whether it's true or false, And he sort of regarded himself as a bit of a monster on stage or something, that it wasn't the person he wanted to be, sort of thing, and if he could go back he would change that. In the interview it seemed like he had a lot to look forward to. He's been given new chances and new choices and options and things. And I know he did a lot of research and did writing and was looking for a lot of the things that I talk about on my channel, as a lot of you know, to do with law and the things in the Bible and politics and the way the system works, all of these types of things. He spoke a lot about that in public. Back then I saw a lot of people on stage, and I saw John on stage, and I was like kind of in awe of that courage to go up there and say the things, regardless of whether maybe one or two things may be mistakes. To me it was a case of fools rush in where angels fear to tread, but at the same time, that place where we're rushing in, whoever's rushing in, there's kind of a massive respect on my part, if I was to call myself an angel or wise or any way, for not rushing in. Those who rush in and at least reveal something. Now, I'm not calling John a fool by any measure, in a way, listening to his stuff and reading some of his books and things, and he's bringing out a book that he's just written. He's going to be coming out, The Memoirs of an Antichrist, I think it's called. And yeah, and one of the things that seemed to upset him was that the things that he'd said, he'd got a lot of people onto this law thing about challenging the law. And it became the Free Man on the Lounge and all these different things. But to actually watch people get up on that stage and break the ice that needs breaking, because I don't know if it works any other way. You can be clever all you like, but it just needs it needs somebody with the courage. And we have to accept that when we get in front of a camera or stand on stage or in front of a microphone, in front of a public arena, and be exposed to the world and all of its opinions and all of its risks, when we enter that venue, anybody who enters that venue as a performer or a speaker should be given that little bit of extra respect or a little bit of extra leeway, some may go on stage and play the devil, and then go off and be an angel in the normal everyday life, you know. And it's a performance, and that performance sometimes extends beyond the stage, beyond the video, into real life. Because we all have to control our behaviour, because if we don't, somebody else or something else maybe is. And so really to have that, to have people who are are not afraid to stand up and say things, and know that what they say may be wrong, and maybe that they are stepping into a little bit of a persona that's not them. But maybe that's necessary. I don't think that's avoidable. And to accept when it's time to step back down off that stage. Because we're not here to be idolised. We're not here to be worshipped. We're here to spread, to share what's on our minds, or to spread our own truth, you know, around the world. In a world where this media is used for irony, for satire, for amusement, you know, for vanity, for idolism. You know, people want to be famous just for the money and for the fame, for the prestige. And so this whole realm, being on stage, is a very, very strange place. Very strange place. And for anybody to be expected to go onto a stage and be 100% normal, it's too much to ask. That person then in real life would probably be a very difficult person. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'd just like to say thanks, John. Just at the end of the video, you know, just because you have been one of those people who have, you know, inspired me to look deeper. Cheers. Thanks for watching.